Hi, I'm Milton Rendell and welcome to Real News Friday. Been another interesting week in real estate, and it's also been an interesting week worldwide. I don't know how confused countries can become in one week, but we've certainly seen that demonstrated in a number of other countries. And you know, when you wake up in the morning and see that, you only can say one thing to yourself, and that is, I'm so lucky to be in Australia. I'm very, very lucky to be in West Australia. And same thing as I've said in previous weeks, we're very fortunate with the governments that we've had, both at federal and at state level, and we're certainly in a recovery mode. Although people are talking recession, the doom and gloom is in again, but who would not be surprised with some of the statistics of what we've had to come through? Naturally, we're going to take a bit of a dip, but having said all that, last week there was 636 sales in West Australia. That was up on 536 at the same time last year. So that's up, roughly about 18%. So we keep having upward figures, not downward figures. So that sort of flies in the face of what a lot of people are predicting. Once again, let's get away from the doom and the gloom. Well, last week, 964 properties leased in West Australia. Certainly, we had more properties leased in the last month than the previous month. Stock levels to a month ago in terms of rentals are down about 16.5%, and the number of rentals to 12 months ago we're down by 35%, and volumes of properties that we've got for sale at the moment we're down 30%. So they're all positive statistics. It means our supply demand has certainly shifted and supply is becoming shorter, and we're certainly seeing pressure towards rents now in West Australia, and that's been acknowledged for the media during the week. So I think we're seeing some very positive signs for West Australia, and we certainly should be very proud of that. Now the federal government's now made noises about assisting home builders as well, and to help our employment situation with the new $25,000 grant, and they'll obviously be finalised, and people will know more about it in the coming weeks. We still have to qualify in terms of being able to borrow money to do things, but certainly will be a catalyst or an incentive for people to bring their decision making forward, because that will only be available for a 6-month period. So I think it's a good move by the government. I think it's fantastic to help our employment situation in Australia. I know the building industry has been struggling for a long, long time now, and it's not so much about the building companies. This is about the guy who cleans the windows, and the brickies and the electricians, etc., and all the other trades that it feeds out to, which helps all our families in West Australia and Australia. So I think we've got some things being spent in the right way. And I think it's very hard to criticise what's being done by the governments, and there's certainly still some more talk of other incentives happening in West Australia. There has been talk about stamp duty, but whether that it comes in, we're still not too sure about it, but we'll find out in the coming weeks. Certainly been more traffic on the road. I don't know about you guys, but I'm certainly noticing more, and I've spoken to a few friends who actually were able to get away on the long weekend, and I think the normality is slowly setting back in, although we've still got quite a while to go. It's certainly better than what it was 6 weeks ago about you guys, but looking down the road 4 weeks ago, there was hardly anyone on the road, and everyone seemed to be fairly negative mode. We seem to have clicked back relatively quickly, and I think, like I've said many, many times before, that we're heading in the right direction. Anyway, to check out more, check out realestateplus.com.au, and keep an eye out for the opening date for the Catalyst executive apartments. We'll be opening those roughly around the 20th of June. Just keep an eye out for the times, and look forward to seeing anyone who's interested in leasing an executive apartment in Midland at our opens then. All the best. Have a good weekend.